Someone left a comment on my YouTube page on one of my posts yesterday, and I just want to clear the air. Someone said, why do I feel the need to speak on what took place with Gypsy? I'm feeding into the narrative of bullying her. Here's the thing. It's not about what Gypsy thinks. It's not about what her stands think, but I value my subscribers. And one of the things that have always been important to me is transparency. I feel like a lot of people that deal with the public, they're not very transparent, and they do things that they're not necessarily proud of, so they try to cover it up and hide it. I want to be honest with you guys and let you guys know all of what's taken place over the course of time. And that was the reason why I posted those videos, is to show you guys what happened from the beginning to where I found out about what really happened. I ended up communicating with Gypsy and realizing who she was. I was taking you on a journey. It wasn't about proving to her stance, because you're never going to convince people that are committed to misunderstanding you. And sometimes you have to be okay with being the villain in someone else's story, and I'm okay with that. But to my subscribers, the people that I care about, the people that take the time out of their day to watch my videos and comment every day, I know that there's a lot of new people following me and subscribing to me that don't really know me and don't really know the history behind Gypsy Rose, because I don't really speak on the fact that she messaged me and we communicated, because that's not a flex to me. It's actually embarrassing that she reached out to me. But I did try to be a graceful person. I tried to be kind to her. I let her know straight up, girl, if you're being honest and you're changed, we will see that by your behavior. You don't have to tell us anything. You don't have to try to make the internet believe what you're saying. Your actions are going to speak far louder than your words, because words are just words, but actions speak louder. So it wasn't me trying to feed into that narrative. The people that have that narrative of me, I'm not going to change their minds, and I am not trying to change their minds. They are who they are. They believe in what they believe in, and I'm okay with that. But I do feel like for you all, it is important to me to be honest with you guys and let you guys know the journey and what has transpired. I'm going to also add a clip of this video. I think it's funny rewatching older videos of what took place, because it really reminds me of how things were. And at one point in my mind, I did truly believe that maybe she could become a better person. Maybe she wasn't this evil person that we thought she was, or we think she is. I thought maybe there was some sort of hope. And to see how things have changed in such a short period of time, it's just a reminder to me that when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the very first time. And that is always something that I've sort of lived by. And seeing how she's been has made me question that to an extent. But I think it is important for you all to see that transition, because a lot of people feel like, oh, you know, Nina just doesn't like Gypsy, or Nina hates Gypsy. I don't even hate her. I just don't like the person that she is. I don't like that she's a manipulative, narcissistic person, which she probably has other things. I know some people say psychopath, sociopath. I can't diagnose her. I'm not a medical professional. I have looked up both definitions, or all the definitions, and sociopath does kind of feel like it fits. But, you know, again, I am not a medical professional. But I do think it is very important for people to see the journey. You know, a lot of people see me speak on her now, and they don't realize that I've had conversations with her. They don't even realize that the video that she did, the apology video, was after speaking to me. Like, a lot of people don't know that, because like I said before, that isn't a flex to me. But I do want to say thank you to my subscribers that have been on this journey with me the whole time, and even the new ones. for really understanding what's taking place and why I feel like this is a big deal. I do truly believe Nicholas GODEJOHN should have a fair trial. I don't believe he did get one. I do believe that Didi was villainized and she wasn't the person that people are trying to portray her to be. I think there's a lot of things that we'll never know. But what I do know is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard did use a man that was collecting a permanent disability check and manipulated him and used him. And he thought he was protecting her. He thought he loved her. I do know that Didi did love Gypsy. And I do know that we have never had the opportunity to hear her side of the story. And I know that there's so much more to this than we will ever know. But what we do know is her behavior since being out of prison has been horrendous. And that's the reality. I really just wanted to make this video to clear the air on that comment. And you may still feel whatever way you feel, but this is my page. And I am able to decide what I feel like needs to go on my page and what shouldn't be on my page. And that's pretty much what it is. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to attach this video and you guys comment down below because I actually think parts of this video is actually really funny. In fact, I think one of the things that are really funny is that Gypsy reached out to the Habitat for Humanity and asked to volunteer. Imagine unaliving your mom in the house that the Habitat for Humanity gave you and getting out of prison to ask to volunteer and have a Lifetime film it. Talk about wildly out of touch. Yeah, you can't make this up. But anyway, here's this clip.
You know what time it is. It's tea time with Nina. And let's talk Gypsy Rose again. I received this screenshot from one of my followers, so I don't know who posted this. If you do know, please tag them down below. So this is an email from the Habitat for Humanity to Gypsy Rose and Ryan. You can pause to read, but this is a brief synopsis of what this says. Basically, they do not want Gypsy Rose to volunteer for them, so they're turning down her free services. And they're also saying they don't want to expose anyone to any filming and that they don't feel like she's a good fit. They also are pretty much saying they don't want any affiliation with Gypsy Rose, period. Here, Gypsy Rose did mention that she was going to post this video. She shortly took that video down, but she did say that she received that and she obviously was not happy and she requested if she could make a donation. Now, hindsight, when I think about that, that's a little odd because you can just make a donation. You don't have to ask if you can make a donation, but I might be wrong. So if anyone knows, please correct me. After the stunts Gypsy Rose did last week, she finally hired a PR team. Well, I don't know. This seems kind of suspicious to begin with. I'm not really sure why a PR team would release a statement like this, but who knows? Anyway, they're basically saying if you have any questions or any concerns, please reach out to the PR representative with JM Associates. The person leaves their name and their contact information. And they basically say that unless you have permission from the Blanchard family, don't reach out to them. Now, the irony of this is that I think this is really Christy's doing because Christy knows Gypsy's out there sending messages to people and she probably told her, you better stop. But now that she's done that, they released a statement. Now, the irony of this is when Gypsy Rose initially reached out to me, I asked her if I could make a video. She said, yes, you can tag me in the video. Thank you so much for listening to me. But she also said, I was a little intimidated to contact you because I know that you've been on the fence about me, and rightfully so. So I understand that I've had a very complicated past, and not everything that I do and say has always been the right thing, but I sat on it for a couple of days, and I'm like, let me just try and explain my side of things and see how it goes. So if you want to read the whole thing, you can pause to read. So there's a lot of things wrong with this, but one of the things that I really want to point out is the fact that she was upset that the Habitat for Humanity did not want to take her free services. I know she feels entitled to being able to volunteer, especially because she's on a show, but everything that she stands for and basically the crime that she committed, they don't want any association with that. right? And why should she be upset about that? I think that's a little weird. But also the fact that she's been reaching out to content creators, and I'm not sure what other content creators she's reached out to, but I know me for one, and I do know that she knows Bree because of her stepmom recently meeting in public. And they said that Bree stopped the stepmom in public and created a relationship. If that doesn't seem odd, I don't know what does. But however, this is all a very, very odd situation. And the messages she sent me just seem a little weird. What are your thoughts? I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye for now.